So, okay, what are they supposed to learn from this experience?
Well, I think the main one, I think they have to learn on how to work with sponsors, how the outside world works. Because most of the kids that is doing this show has no working experience. So everything's from the textbook. So it's the first time they're actually going into the real world, talking to real people, and the real world expectation is totally different from what the kids have.
So a bit idealistic, and this really throw them into the deep end of the pool kind of concept.
Yes, I think it's great. I mean, they've learned a lot, but at the same time, I think they were highly stressed because besides doing this, they've got their other subjects and projects to do. So, no, I feel sorry for them.
Well, how are you going to grade them though?
Well, I'll look at because this course is a 3 months course, so from beginning on how they actually deal with getting things organized, their timeline on how they actually learn how to write sponsorship letter, how do they sort of work with group leaders, actually putting them together. I'll see how they communicate with each other within a team and externally.
So does being a group leader count for more points, or not necessarily the case?
Not necessary. I am looking for integrity at the end of the day. Yeah.
So it's kind of like Survivor, but in fashion.
Well, survival in a promotion world, I think, event from planning, yeah.
Well, but they all study fashion as well, right?
These kids that is doing this course, they are actually fashion merchandising, marketing merchandising students. So they're not design students, they are more marketing, yeah.
Which is a tough world right now.
Oh, yes. But they feel that they get more mileage studying fashion merchandising than designers.
So what did they have to come up with? Like everything? I mean, even like the little pillows that we see and all that.
Okay, for this particular case, we've got Leza Fair, who came to us and said, would you like to plan a fashion show for us?
So they were kind of lucky?
Kind of, but again, we are working with a client, okay?
So and you have to please the client.
Yes, the client is always right, like as a saying goes. And it was quite a tough job for the kids to realize it, because when you're doing your group work, it's your friends. Right now we are dealing with a real company, industrial, big, and yeah.
So they had to come up with the whole concept.
And I remembered earlier on that everything. I think the beginning, the real shock to them was that every quote that they had to find, they had to find 3 quotes.
Comparable.
Yes, so they were asking, do we really need 3? I said, if the customer wants, this is what we do. So initially they say, are we doing business planning or fashion show planning? Why are we doing all this?
It's the same thing, actually.
Yeah, exactly. They thought it was just a very glamorous thing, but they realized it not now.
So you see, people, fashion really isn't glamorous at all.
Oh, no. We both...
You know?
Yes.
Are you proud of them so far, though?
Oh, of course.
You think they'll do well?
Yes, of course. This is my first class doing it in a Singapore school, so yeah.
Well, we definitely wish them luck.
Yes.
They're the first batch trying this off, right?
Not the first batch, but first batch actually working with a brand, with a big client who approached us to produce for them.
Which is actually quite a big milestone, so let's hope the clients are pleased.
I hope so. You should interview them.
Yeah, we should. We'll see you later.